Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Tadowski's Shelter. Now, I said I was going to follow up with the Battle Pet video with a more in-depth analysis of the things you can do in the Pet Paradise and how you can utilize it to the best effect. This is going to be that video, but I want to give you a disclaimer before we start. The Pet Paradise is an ever-evolving area at this current time, and depending on when you watch this video, things may have altered slightly. So understand that I will do my best to keep up with the changes, but also know that you may be watching an older version of the Pet Paradise. Something else that isn't old is keeping up with the videos and lives, and you can do this by clicking that like button and subscribing to the channel to keep up with things and get insight on how to improve your own gameplay by understanding the mechanics of the game. I try to be as interactive as possible, and I take your comments and suggestions very seriously. So if there's a problem or confusion, leave a comment or jump in the Discord and start asking away. The Pet Paradise is another area of the Pet Villa. This is another way your battle pets can improve their petness and give pet buffs to the pet heroes in the pet APC. I just wanted to see how many times I could fit pet into the sentence. But in seriousness, the Pet Paradise is another way you can buff up your pets and your squads without the use of costly resources like rations, evolve serums, and training toys. In saying that, this is not a very straightforward process, and this area can get very overwhelming and confusing. On top of that, the developers are playing with new features inside of the Pet Paradise that can get you extra rewards and ways to keep your pets moving forward in this setting. For now, let's start with the basics. Let's talk about the overall screen you come to when you open up the Pet Paradise menu. If we click on our Pet Villa and then proceed to our Pet Paradise, we see a big open screen with 4 boxes. There's a few options to the top right and a Pet Paradise level system box to the top left. Breaking down this menu step by step, we'll look at the top left area first. This is going to give you the information of 2 things. 1, the level of your Pet Paradise, and 2, the pet coins you currently have. Now, pet coins are going to be the currency that you will use inside of the pet store. And the pet store is the option in the top right that we will discuss shortly. Now, the level of the Pet Paradise will allow you to unlock the ability to train 2 pets instead of 1 and do more pet exploration missions. It will also raise your versus value and give you extra buffs for the Pet Paradise. If we click on the box, the breakdown menu will open up. At this time, the max level of the Pet Paradise you can achieve is level 10. Each level adds extra privileges to the Paradise. So whether it's a fostering bonus, extra slot, increasing intimacy level, or extra exploration queues, as you level up your Pet Paradise, you will get more benefits. And the way you will level up your Pet Paradise is through interacting with your pets that are assigned. At the top right, you will see 4 options: Pet Store, My Pets, Leaderboard, and Pet Exploration. The Pet Store is where you are going to use those pet coins. Inside of the Pet Store, you'll be able to use coins to purchase various things, including general Pet Villa resources, but the one type of resource that will be used only in the Pet Paradise is going to be pet food. There are various options for pet food, and we can break them down when we talk about the intimacy level of pets and the focus buffs you choose to give them. The pet store seems to replenish on a weekly basis, so buy what you feel you need and then know that it will not refill in 200 days, but more like 7. The leaderboard option is the current ranking system for the sparring mode that the developers are currently working on and slowly introducing at this time. The leaderboard menu will show the other pet owners in your bracket that are currently taking part in the sparring mode. This is going to be similar to the arena mode, but you will utilize pets instead of APCs. One pet will directly go against another pet of your choosing, and in order to spar pets, this, you will need to go to another commander's pet villa and choose the pet you wish to challenge. You will click on the pet and then choose spar. A new menu will open up where you can choose which pet of yours you wish to fight and then choose fight. You can spar up to 5 times a day. This does not become cumulative, meaning only 5 a day, period. Not 10 the next day if you don't spar today. The greater the distance in points between the two commanders, the more points you can get for winning your match. You cannot lose points during sparring, and there is no drawback to losing a fight. Taking part in this can net you some nice rewards that you can go and check out in the reward preview button at the top of the leaderboard screen. This is currently being reset monthly. The next thing I wish to discuss is the pet exploration mode. If we click on pet exploration, you will be taken to a pop-up menu with a few different options. When you first open up the pet exploration menu, you will be able to send out 2 explorations at any given time. This is somewhat similar to sending out one of your construction vehicles for exploration, but is going to be more focused on pets and will have a few more steps, as I will explain. As you level up your pet paradise, you will be able to unlock more pet exploration slots so that you can send out more pets to get more rewards. A 3rd slot would open up at level 8 and a 4th slot will open up at level 10. If you click on one of the open slots, there will be 4 map options at the top you will be able to select from. Upon starting, you are only going to be able to explore one of those areas, but more will open up as you do more explorations. Below this, you will be able to select how long you wish for the pets to explore for. At this time, sending pets out for exploration will not hinder them from being used in any other fashion, and the longer you explore, the more rewards you will get. The rewards you can expect to get will be below those time slots you can choose from, and will change depending on the amount of time you send them out for. Below that is going to be a multiplier menu. Based on the area you choose from above, there are ways that you can multiply your rewards. For example, the first area will base their multiplier off the intimacy level of the 2 combined pets you send out for exploration. The max reward multiplier is currently 45%, but hitting only 1 or 2 of those benefits will give you a multiplier, just not as much. You will then select the 2 pets to go explore by sliding them into the slots at the bottom and then click explore. This will start the timer and you are off to waiting for your rewards. You can cancel the exploration at any time you wish by clicking on cancel. This does not take anything away from the pets and it doesn't hinder you in any sort of fashion. The main area of the menu will have 4 boxes. The pet hut, 2 gray boxes, one on the right and at the bottom, and an open box to the left. The pet hut is where you're going to be placing your pet food. The boxes at the center and the right are going to be for your pets. These are the pets that you will want to currently work on. The box to the left is going to be a foster spot for any other commander. A foster spot is going to be where a friend of yours can place one of their pets to level up their intimacy or any other various ability they have. If you click on the box and select settings, you can select the free mode or the locked mode. Free mode means any commander can place a pet there to be fostered. Locked mode means that no one, unless you say so, can place their pets there, and you will have to allow them in. The last button on the screen will be at the bottom right, and it will be the Visit Friends button. This button will allow you to add other commanders to your friends list so that you can visit their pet paradise. By doing this, you can place your other pets into their foster spots to work on more than 2 pets at any time. You can also visit other commanders to spar with their pets, or you can interact with other commanders' pets. On a side note, interacting with other commanders' pets instead of your own will grant you extra rewards. Remember, you will only get 5 a day, so to use them as you see fit, but there is a reward for using it on another commander's pet rather than your own. Now that the screen and the options are covered, why do we care? What is this? What are we improving? How do we do this? This seems to be the main issue for most players as I see and hear it. So let's try to break this down as easily as possible. Let's answer the question, what is going on here? There is another way to upgrade your pets and make them more unique. Instead of the basic training that you can do in the pet house, you can specialize your pet to be stronger in a specific area. Let's open up one of my pets so I can explain this a bit better. As you can see, once I click on my Doberman and click info, I am brought to a new screen that looks slightly confusing, but also very similar to what you see normally. This is my pet's intimacy. This will affect all of the Dobermans in my pet house. The same is said for polar bears, foxes, cats, etc. You get one representative of each type of pet you own. By increasing the stats in the pet paradise, you are increasing the stats of every individual pet you own of that type. It's very similar to increasing the stats of all shooters or all fighters. All shooters, regardless if they're T1 or T9, will get an increase to might. The same is said here. Regardless of what level of Doberman I have, they will all get the boost given from the pet paradise. So what are these boosts? Well, the buffs are broken down into two main categories: intimacy and ability. The ability is going to be the focus of what the buff will be specifically. The ability will be broken down further. The intimacy is going to be the overall multiplier to the individual ability. The higher the intimacy level of the pet, the higher the multiplier will be. The ability of the pet is broken down into three different areas: courage, intelligence, and strength. The picture at the top right breaks down which is stronger than which, but overall, we can easily explain all of this. Courage will allow the pet to increase the squad's might, intelligence will increase the squad's resistance, and strength will increase the squad's tactical might. The ability with the higher points will be the primary ability the pet will apply to its squad. So how do we increase this? With pet food. This is where pet food comes into play. There are 4 types of pet food: classic pet food, hard cheese, freeze-dried pet food, and chicken jerky. Each will be in 4 hours or 8-hour time lengths. Pet food will be placed inside of the pet hut. This is how you will increase the various levels of each pet type. Classic pet food will increase that pet's intimacy points. Hard cheese will affect courage, freeze-dried intelligence, and chicken jerky strength. Which one you choose will directly affect the pet that is assigned in those spots at that current time. If you wish to increase the pet's intimacy, you assign the pets you want to improve in the boxes on the main screen, and then place classic pet food in the pet hut. Once you do, the sign to the left of the pet hut will tell you exactly how much the pet's stats will increase by. Whatever food is assigned at that moment in the hut is the statistic that will be affected. If you wish to increase a certain pet's courage, make sure you put hard cheese in the pet hut and not freeze-dried. If there is no pet food assigned, no pets will be leveled up. The same is true for fostering pets. If you place your pet to be fostered in a slot where there's no pet food assigned, your fostered pet will not level up, and you are just assigning it to waste time and space. The last thing I wish to discuss is the pet hut. The pet hut is the way to assign food. I've already stated this, but you can also merge similar foods and times in order to level up the food so that you can get more points in a shorter amount of time. So, for example, let's assume you have 8 level 1 classic pet foods that are 4 hours long. If you go to the pet hut and you go to merge at the top of the menu, you can combine all 8 of those 4-hour pet foods into 4 level 2 pet foods. You can even go a step further and merge it one more time to get 2 level 3 pet foods. This will give your pets way more points in a 4-hour period than a level 1 will. So combining multiples can be drastically beneficial to leveling up your pets. And that is the pet paradise at this current time. There is a lot going on here, I know. I will say this, if you do nothing else, make sure you're putting pet food in and switching out your pets to level them all up. Make sure you're interacting with your pets at the minimum, and make sure you are sending your explorations out. Those are just the basic things that will help improve your pets well past the basic level. Any pet can have a focus on any ability. They are not locked into something specific because of their primary use is going to be for defense or control or support. They can still add might to your squad if you wish them to. Don't feel that a specific pet needs to have a specific ability. Sure, it may help to keep things consistent or make up for a lack of something, but if you want all of your pets to focus on courage, you can do so. If you wish to not have your pets assigned and use that pet food for other commanders, you can do that too. There is no real limit to what you can do. But fostering your pets in another commander's paradise where there's no food assigned, or that commander doesn't really put food there because they don't understand the pet paradise, is a waste of your time, and you can use them somewhere else. And with that, I hope this sheds more light on the very complex area that is the pet villa. This was the last area to talk about, and I hope this does guide you down a clearer path of understanding it. As always, if there's more questions about it, leave them in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on the battle pets and the way this has been handled. Do you have suggestions that could make this easier or better for you as a player? Remember, like and subscribe for more content. Your support helps me make more videos and do more lives. I appreciate every single one of you. Remember, look out for each other, help each other out, and most importantly, be safe out there.